Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my husband and
Hi.
David, and my princess over here. She fell asleep. David will start. How did we know we were ready to get married?
I was in love with you. You know, that's the main thing. And honestly, I felt that I really wanted to spend the rest of my life with you. And I told myself, she's such a beautiful girl. You know, she's amazing. No, she like zoom into her face right there. You know.
Can I zoom in? Because I don't know how to edit.
Editor.
I don't know how to edit that. Still learning.
Anyways, you know, she's beautiful. I don't think you're like ready to be married because it's a completely different stage of your life that you're just like.
I don't think
going from single to boyfriend and girlfriend, that's like cool, but then being like 24/7 around each other, like, you know,
it's
you
different.
get home from work and you see her, you know, you wake up and I see her, you know. It's not that it's a bad thing, I'm sorry, but it's just, you know,
David,
you're never ready. You're never ready.
Don't let me talk.
You asked.
This is my channel.
You asked. Bye.
Just kidding. No, I feel the same way, in a way, that like I was ready in a way to get married because I knew that I loved him. I knew that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with him. I knew I wanted to have kids with him. And technically we were already married. I had already moved out of my house. I was already living with him. And I just feel like it's life, you know? You don't really know what you're getting yourself into because you've never done it before. It's not like we've been married before, you know? It's not like we had been in a serious relationship before one another, you know? We were in little, like, wannabe relationships, but never, like, a long relationship. So we were, like, each other's first in a lot of things. TMI.
Yeah.
Next question.
That's how you know you're in love with someone.
Next question is, how did you know you were ready to have kids?
Ooh.
I feel like becoming a mom, you're never ready, especially the first time around. Like, I wasn't ready to be a mom, but I was ready in the sense that I knew I wanted to have a kid. I knew that I wanted to get pregnant. I knew that I wanted kids with him, you know, specifically. And, you know, that's the kind of mentality we had. We had talked about kids for a long time. Before I actually got pregnant. So when we actually were like, okay, let's have a baby, we were like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think we're ready.
It was planned, by the way, guys.
It was planned. That's why I'm saying, like, how can you say you weren't ready?
It's just like I said, when I saw her. Let me explain. When I saw her coming out, it's just like a feeling that you did not expect
That's
to
becoming
have.
a dad. But before becoming a dad.
Before becoming a dad,
like,
I'm sorry.
When we had that sit-down conversation that you wanted to have kids with me, why did you tell me you wanted to have kids with me?
Because I want to have kids with you.
Exactly. So why are you saying you weren't ready? Like, that's not the question.
Action. Okay.
Anyways, next question is, how did you know that I was the one?
Well, I think time tells, if that's how you say it. But, you know, since I started going out with her, I was like, this girl is amazing, you know, and as time passed, I was like, this girl's wonderful. Like, I love the way she was. She still is, you know. I love everything about her. And I think the more time we spend together, it's like, it's awesome, you know. And
I think my answer is very TMI. Yeah.
Anyways.
No, honestly, okay, but I'm gonna tell you guys, I feel like the reason I knew that he was the one is because, first of all, we took our relationship pretty slow in the beginning. And I like the fact that he respected me and that he was still with me without being in my pants, you know? And the fact that we got to just grow closer to one another without getting dirty. I feel like it really showed me that he wanted to be with me for who I am and not for what I could give him, you know what I mean? So for me as a girl, I was like, oh, you know what, like, I think he's the one. In the beginning, honestly, I didn't give our relationship that opportunity.
She said we were only going to last like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I did. I was like, you know what, we're going to last 2 weeks. And then I was like, we're going to last 2 months because, like, of the type of person that he was, you know, me growing up a very insecure person and then dating somebody who's, like, so popular in the music industry.
Oh.
Es que, yeah.
Google
Voladora.
me. Google me. I'm just playing. Don't Google me.
And nothing comes out.
No.
He respected me. We took things slow and he gave me my place in our relationship and we kept things equal. I did not like him taking pictures with other girls at gigs to a certain extent. Like, you can take a regular picture like, hey, you know, David, the famous drummer or whatever. Scary. But not to the point where, like, his hands are around her waist or, like, they're too close to each other. Like, ew, David. But, you know, like, there's limits to things. And one time, you know, I did see a picture of him with like 2 hoochie mamas, one on each side, like bien abrazadas and everything. And I called him out on it, you know, and I respect the fact that he was mature enough to understand that he needed to respect me and give me my place as his girl. Like, you can be a rocker, you can be in a band, just respect me and give me my place and we'll be fine. And to top it off, we were virgins when we started dating. Obviously, we're not virgins anymore. TMI, but that's the truth, you know? And so we were each other's first time, you know.
First kiss as well.
Getting down and dirty. He wasn't my first kiss.
She was my first kiss.
But it was we were each other's first.
I didn't kiss until I was in 9th grade, so I was saving myself for the
Duh.
perfect girl.
You told me you kissed somebody else before me.
When?
All of a sudden, it's lies. Anyways, but we were each other's first, like, sexual partners or whatever, and our only sexual partners. So after we had sex with each other, I was like, you know what, he's mine. You know what, he ain't going anywhere. Cálmate, like, you're like, yeah. No. Next question. How did we adapt to each other's different lifestyles? And me being a church girl and him being a straight up rocker. I want to go first. It's very different. At first, I was scared. Because I'm not used to being around drunk people.
Not me.
Not him, but like
people.
I don't want to say
in general, people, like.
I mean, like the gigs, it was hard to get used to just because if I wouldn't go, I would be really nervous that he was like gonna cheat on me, or he was gonna talk to somebody else, or he was gonna be throwing sticks out at everybody, like, woo, get my sticks or whatever. Fun fact, he has never given me a pair of drumsticks.
You live with the drummer. What else do you want?
I mean, I get other stuff, but I want your sticks. I want a pair of drumsticks. I want to feel special. Like, I've always held that against him. He has never given me a pair of drumsticks, and he would give out pairs of drumsticks signed.
That's true.
And he would buy Gucci ones. It was hard to get used to, but I feel like when you're with somebody, you accept them for who they are and what they come with, you know. And I was willing to accept that because I loved him and I wanted to be with him. You?
My turn. So, when I found out she was Christian, I started getting into church, and honestly, I loved it. I liked it.
I didn't force him.
No.
If he would not have liked church, that I would have dated him because I loved him.
She actually invited me because she was gonna play guitar and sing. So I was like, cool, let's give it a try. And
he had to go as moral support, because he was my boyfriend.
I'm very thankful, you know, that I met her, because, you know, if it wasn't for her, I honestly wouldn't know. I don't know where I would be. You know.
Oh, baby.
Like I went to church to support her, and
you liked it.
And I liked it.
Next question is, what made us move in together? We just wanted to do it. And
That's not true.
what is it like living together?
Help me. I'm just like, okay, well.
Oh my god, I'm getting pink.
I don't know. I just wanted to spend as much time as I could with her, you know? And the best way is to move in together, you know? So I was like, hey, you know?
For me, I think it was, I would just sleep over his house very often, that it was like, technically I'm living there, but I'm not. In 2015.
She had clothes in my house.
Yeah, I did.
She would share in my house.
I would. But in 2016, like, we made it a change. We wanted to live together before we got married, because things change when you're living with somebody. So we were like, you know what, let's live together, and if we can survive living together, then we got this, you know? Because living together is completely different than dating one another. Once you live together, se agarran, we can fight, but you need to learn how to overcome that, because you live together. It's not like I'm gonna go and, we got in a fight and I'm gonna go to my dad's house. Like, no. I knew that it was gonna be different. It was gonna be harder, because being in a relationship for so long, there's bound to be things that you guys don't agree with, because people are constantly changing.
A lot of things, you know.
I mean, we constantly go ahead
honestly, we thought that we were gonna be cool and everything. This is the truth.
Yeah.
But we started living together, and we started noticing that each of us have like a little thing.
You like different things.
Like,
I hate that he pees on the floor.
I don't pee on
He
the
swears
floor.
it's not him. And
You
it's
act
his
like
brother.
I'm a sniper. It's like a machine gun. It goes everywhere.
Well,
guys,
I'm sorry.
Guys.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
My guys,
I don't know who to blame. If it's his
me.
brother or him.
You want me to sit down while I pee?
Might as well. Okay, somebody pees on the floor, and it
What if it's you?
bugs me. Me, I sit down to pee. Like, anyways, yeah. There's things that we do. I like having his socks and his underwear is organized. TMI. But I like having his clothes organized.
Like, she has it by color: blue, green, purple.
I do.
Orange,
I have issues.
And I'm just like, I don't care. Throw it somewhere.
Yeah, you see, like, there's things that he does that I'm just like, you're so annoying.
Something that I do have is that I am very clean.
No.
Like, I'm not saying you're dirty. I'm not saying you're dirty.
No, you guys. He's very clean, but he likes to see things clean, but he doesn't clean.
That's not true.
That's not true.
My guitars are clean. Anyways, like, I am super organized. Like, I like to have things on a specific place. I like to see them every day on that specific place.
Yeah, we have issues. But I think every single person has that thing that you like. It's like when you're in a classroom. I don't know about you, but when I was in class, I had a place where I would sit down, and nobody was supposed to sit on the chair because they knew that was my chair.
It's like in church. There's a place for us to sit down. And if somebody sits there, you take out the knife, get out of my chair.
That's my spot.
Yeah.
Because you feel weird and out of place. And I guess that's how it is, you know, when you move in together, there's bound to be things that you guys don't agree with. Different opinions.
Before we got married, we were like, we don't want to go through the hustle of divorce if it doesn't work out, divorce and
divorce is not an
stuff
option.
Like that. Yeah, no.
We're the type of people that we have issues. We're gonna work it out the best we can until it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And to this point, we're gonna be 8 years together already. Wow. That's crazy, and a lot has happened. Even before we moved in together, we would have arguments, but it was easier because you would just hang up the phone on each other, eventually get over it, but when you live together, you can't really stay mad at each other.
By the way,
but it takes a lot of patience with one another. You really need to love each other. I feel like you need to understand each other. You need to meet each other 50-50 or 100-100. Like, it needs to be equal. Simple. It's just respecting each other.
I think that living together has been the best experience I've ever had, because
it's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
It's
you just never stop learning from each other. There's
things change living with each other. Things change when you have kids together. I feel like you definitely have to be ready to have a kid. Mentally wise, you're never going to be ready to be a parent because that's something that you're going to learn as you go, I feel. But so definitely you have to sit down and talk to your partner to see if he's mentally prepared to have a kid with you. Mentally prepared to move in together.